Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along here to the penultimate round of the season here at the Spa Francorchamps, whatever the last name is. I'm joined in the comment box alongside Yoshi and also YB. Yoshi, are you excited for this round?
Yes, it's pronounced Spa Francorchamps, I think.
There we go. Well done.
So yeah.
Well, YB, what about you?
Yeah, as we discussed in our own little chat, yeah, Toro could possibly be crowned champion in this race, so it'll be very exciting.
It may be very, very exciting, but let's remind ourselves of last round where we were in the lovely Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona. Right, well, Diaz Korsman did put that on pole position with a very, very good job there, but the race winner did go in the fact of Toro. Now, he's our championship leader. Could he be confirmed the champion today? That's a big question. Track racer in P2 there, and Nikoson in running at the top three. Now, let's have a look at the standings. This is the most important thing here today, ladies and gentlemen, because Toro is, in fact, 22.5 points in front of Diaz Korsman, and Botti there, 56 points behind the leader. So a shame from him at the moment, but, you know, there's still a possible chance. But Toro could be champion if he scores 30 points and doesn't lose more than 3 points to Botti. So, Yoshi, that's going to be quite interesting, I think.
Yeah, it is. Give me a minute. Yeah, it is. Got a YB, I'll be back on that.
As Yoshi has a bit of a coughing fit there. YB, your expectations, do you think Toro could do it today?
If he manages to stay on pace, he has done the last couple of races, yeah, I think he'll be able to do it as long as Botti does not try and fumble anything in his plans.
As we can still hear Yoshi absolutely dying in the background.
Botti? So there's Botti, not Botti. It's not Bottas, isn't it?
Who said Botti?
He's YB's kid. Botti, yeah.
Botti, yeah. Right, well, no one's out in qualifying at the moment, weirdly. So usually it used to be the old Kevin Van Dijk, but whether he will come out in a minute, we don't know. Toro is in the session here, and he is ready to go out. Now, can he put it on pole position? That's the biggest question. Nikos looks like he's about to go as well. We've already got cars coming out on track now. But your qualifying predictions, Yoshi?
Toro, Botti, and Nilu.
Very interesting. YB, what about you?
I think I'm going to go with the exact same, I think.
Hey! Finally agree.
There we go. Did put your thoughts into the chat on who you think will be on pole position, and do you think Toro Van Dijk will manage to put himself onto pole position today? That's a big question. But what is our leading driver here, the Aston Martin, now coming in through the chicane? Right, well, God, who do we talk about this round? We've talked about most of the drivers this season, but who have we not talked about? I think Katana, let's talk about Katana. So Katana currently in the pit lane at the moment, but Katana, he's had some good performances recently, Yoshi.
Yeah, he has indeed, and I'll get back to forward results at the moment, but he's doing very well, and hopefully he'll do much better because there's only 2 races to go. Well, 1 race goes after today to change forward, so we can't see anything at the moment. Thanks for that.
Well, as we just come back now, so yeah, I think this will be an interesting race on what Katana could do. He's had some really good striking performances, especially you know, with his battling. So we'll have to see what he does throughout today. But you know, all these drivers are aware of this championship, and I'm sure none of them will try and get in the way of Toro, or would they be trying to help him? That's the bigger question.
Yeah. Indeed. We've got some predictions in the chat. Jazz says Botti, Toro, Werner. Max says Stay Daisy, Toro, Botti for the top 3. Interesting there. Stay Daisy says Max fan. Stay Daisy could put it up there. Stay Daisy's been doing well so far this season as well. But it goes to anyone, but it would like to be Toro to do get a point for on pole, and that'll help him to get thrown away from Botti.
Well, we will have to see. We are here next week also for the final round of the season in Monza. So that will be even more exciting if it does not go here. But I can only assume it could possibly. Who knows? Not going to jinx anything after Japan. That's the main thing. But
No, you are.
continue.
No, you are. We will.
And on for Watts now. Watts is sorry, I've weights. Sorry, as I
Wait.
is it even weights?
No, it's what? Yeah, it's weights.
Weights, yeah, a few. Okay, yeah, sorry, yeah, we had a few problems before creating his name, but he's all good now. He is going to be setting a benchmark. What can he do? Can he put pressure on these other drivers on their laps as well? Right, what's Spa, Yoshi? It's an interesting track, isn't it?
Yeah, the longest circuit on the calendar, 22 laps kind of later on today. It's going to be interesting on the first lap when we go to a region rally on, and of course the main straight. So it'll be interesting when we see into the first corner, into high speed corners, but hopefully it'll be dry. Some clouds overhead so far in qualifying, but it looks to be dry.
Well, let's hope that for the race it could all change, and that's when it could become very, very interesting. Right, well, what I'd be, if you mess up a lap, especially at the beginning here as well, so obviously it's such a long circuit, I mean, surely that's going to really downgrade your tyres if you're going to try and go again.
It is, especially how long this circuit is. I would at least try and put at least maybe a benchmarker on at least, but wherever you come off, I at least go into the pit lane and at least put on a new set of soft tyres for this.
Well, we'll have to see how these drivers do. But Waits has done it, and State Daisy's already beaten it with a 141 point. Well, sorry, Nico's now. There we go, 141.1. Can other drivers do it? Every driver's crossed the line has not got. Well, the only driver who hasn't is 007 there. So both the Aston Martins are trying to set one. Track Racer, a very, very quick driver, 148.7 there. Sorry, no. That's 140.7.
148.
No, 140.
You okay, dude?
My screen was like kind of bugging, so I could barely see if it was.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
140.
That's why you look at the top.
Yeah, I know. When the trees come, they come in quite handy. But yeah, right. Well, that's an interesting one. Being an illusion, a returning driver actually. He's been in this season. Well, he's been in this league a long time ago, but he's come back and he's already put it on third for so far. But Track Racer already into the pit lane, Yoshi, and who will get pole position is the bigger question. Boaty is on a lap, and what can he do? He's coming around now towards the end of sector 2. Touches a gravel trap a bit there. He's purple sector 2 though, so he's definitely up. And can he put himself onto pole position? Could he do a provisional pole position? This is what people are predicting, Jan, especially with his prediction of Boaty first. Now here he comes, coming through the left-hander, coming in, about to come into the bus stop chicane now. This is crucial. Will he be up on his time to put himself on pole position? He's a big slide, massive slide there of a lock at the rears there. Now as he comes up to the line, it may not be good enough. Here he comes. It's only fourth fastest. Yeah, Yoshi, what on earth happened there?
Commentator's curse. You've started one already. He was to the gravel, too much rear end, turned a bit too fast, rear tyres man locked up. But we're still at 12 minutes, plenty of time to go. We expect Toro to go to the top, hopefully.
We had a Ferrari of track there, so I think that was only just traffic trying to get out of the way, thankfully. Taking out Pollard in the process. But
that's what's been in the air.
Yeah, well, right. Toro, he's having a very, very shaky car there. As you know, is coming towards the end of his lap. What will he do? He's had the qualifying. He likes to leave it last minute, doesn't he, Yoshi?
Yeah, it's used all his deployments. He's pushing a little bit, so he will lose speed. He can't use any more battery. Would it be enough to get original pole? No, he used all his deployment too early. Only P2 at the moment.
Well, Trat has already put it on pole position this season. Could he do it again is the other question. Katana a bit slow out the corner there, but he's, I think, just only trying to warm up his tyres, possibly. Who knows? Murak as well. Another, once again, like your illusion, a returning driver for this league. But, I mean, we're almost into season 12, which will be very, very interesting. And when we will get the F1 26 game inside the F1 25 game, and how the drivers will cope with that.
I don't think they'll come for season 13. Potentially, unless we start doing mid-season, but that's going to happen.
Who knows, really? Who knows? But we'll find out, I'm sure, hopefully soon. But Froby there, he's going to try and put himself up to the top of the tables. He and Vastas have been very, very good all season, considering the challenges they've had. But yeah, those two have been quite a dream pair, these two. Obviously, we haven't seen them battle too much, but they've had some good performances in the past.
Yeah, somewhere there or thereabouts this season with Vastas and Ruby. Only 2 races to go, though, in this one. If they want to score big points, now will be the chance. Because next time I will go to the Temple Spears, it's called to Monza, but at the moment, going for Spa. And if these drivers are racing in the Saturday tier race, this is kind of practice for today because it'll be different tomorrow for Saturday as well.
Well, it will be very interesting. Could it be a double header for Toro? That's the big question. Could he do it with Ruben as well in P2? So that would be
double championship, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a record breaking that one. So let's see if he can do that. But he's got to win this one first. So that's all to come for in just 10 minutes time. Now on board with Froby, what can he do? He's going to come up through now the fastest section of the track, I believe so. It's flat out anyway. His battery's on 20% there, so he's 312, 315 miles per hour, which is insane. Now coming to the bottom. Doesn't do what Boaty did though, thankfully. And let's see what Froby can do. Up to the line he comes now. What is this going to be? It's going to be 11th fastest. Not bad from him, but I'm sure room for improvement. We have had Lucek there with a 143 on the dot. Look at that. That's perfect.
Yeah, good goal. Pretty much in now, yeah.
Well, yeah, as he started slowly dropping down the order. But yeah, good thing from him. McLaren having a very, very good run at the moment. Look at that. Nikas on Nilu, P3 and P4.
Yeah, McLaren doing well so far. Nearly behind his teammates. I think Neil wants to be a friend. We got a retirement. Down into pit lane. That's a crash for Thursday. He's out. He's had a crash somewhere, I think, or is he retired on track? He's retired on track. Qualifying ban? He wouldn't be on track.
No, we haven't had a thing through.
Disconnection. The can't be disconnected. He wouldn't have been out. Not my screen in general. Not my screen in general. Yeah, I'm not going to do a lap, which is strange. He'll start last. Not barring any penalties at the moment.
Well, that's as long as these drivers who are behind him do a lap so far with 8 minutes left to go, which is plenty of time, but that's if they do the session. Katana's on a lap, so is Remus. Sorry, Remus is on a lap, but on board with his teammate here, Serban. Now, Serban, he's had some good performances. He's been up at the front lots and lots of times. Now, could this be the invite for the Williams? I believe it may be. Is he?
That's what I'm saying.
I know, tracked.
Tracked. Did he? I was going to say, yeah, if you disconnect and qualify, you don't DNF. It's only in the race. If you disconnect, you DNF, I think. Or is it? No. You do DNF and qualify. Could happen to TX in it one time, I think, or someone, big name. If you DNF and qualifying, I'm not sure.
Who knows? Who knows? But we will find out soon. Possibly Thursday may have to start from the back of the grid. But could this be? I don't know if I've I don't know if I jinxed it, but there may not be any qualifying bans unless Thursday was one. But I think
we would have seen it by now.
Yeah, that's true.
We would have seen it before the session.
So, but look at that. I think it's the first round. We had one in the opening round. I don't think there's been any. Yeah, we had some in the opening, leading on from the last season. So
yeah, we got another one out. Both Williams are out.
There we go. You can see him actually.
That's a crash,
yeah, so he's gonna. Right, well, we'll have to see what's happened there.
Only 60% as well. What I'm noticing, by the end of the lap, there's deployed, obviously you can't see it below the screen on YouTube, but deployed views, they're using all that deployment early. I know it's a long track, but that's rare to see, using all that deployment by the end of the lap.
Well, we'll have to see what these drivers do. It's very, very interesting on how they're maintaining their ARS. As you see on board with now Katana using a lot of it down this back straight. This is a big bit they'll use it, but DRS may just come in hand. 335 kilometers per hour there as they now head in to the right-hander. Let's see what he can do. This is where the other drivers have been going off. This is where Furak, actually, this corner here is where he went off. So what happened to him? I don't know. May have gone on off onto the gravel.
Maybe got into the wall too much speed, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so carrying too much speed just didn't go in his favour, and he will be at the back of the grid. Actually, I don't know. He won't. He'll be B8 at the moment as it stands, unless all the other drivers do tend to increase their laps. But Remus,
nice.
Remus gets set a lap time.
He had his lap on pace that way in. Ferrari are doing great, 16th and 20th. They're not having a good day either.
Oh, okay, never mind. It was for Thursday as a qualifying ban, so sadly.
Okay, yeah. Why was he on track then? That might be. He can't be on track then. That might be a third penalty. You can't be on track during a qualifying ban.
Well, thankfully,
so it might be more so now.
Well, thankfully he actually was. Well, he didn't set a lap time at least, so that's positive. There's Ferrari there.
Yeah, true, but true. But he shouldn't be on track at all. So he'll be told for that. I'm sure. It depends what the rules and regulations say about qualifying ban. Why I think you can't go on track at all. Once you get a qualifying ban, you cannot go on track at all. You got to retire in pit lane. in your
Yeah,
pit garage after that.
especially Katana moved himself up to P5 there, so good lap from Katana. What I did notice that keeps needing invites back, so something's going on his end. He has put it on pole position so far, 140.7, but is that enough for him to keep it? Toro on an on the lap as well. He's up at his time, yeah, he's 2 tenths up in his lap time now at sector 2. Could it be enough to put himself into pole position? That's a big question. He's on a 140.9. He's got to gain at least 2 tenths, maybe 3 tenths, in order to get pole position. So here he comes now, round the last couple of corners into the bus stop chicane now. Is this going to be enough? Will he lock the rear brakes as they've all been doing before? He does a bit, not as bad as Poti did earlier. But most of these drivers, I think that's just a case of what's been happening as he now comes up the line. Toro, it is pole position, a 140.617. There we go. A tenth quicker than Trat. So Trat has got a bit of work to do if he comes out again. But Toro, so far, this weekend is going in his favour.
Yeah, that's a great start to the weekend so far. Let's see if we can keep like that. And you never know, because you never know, both teams might put it on pole. At the moment, both teams are pretty much done well at the start of the season, but falling off lately. He did one race actually, and he took a bit in the championship. He's fallen off a little bit, but not too much of a way to lead the championship over. However, looking at the championship stands, it might be going the way of Toro at the moment.
Well, let's not say anything too much at this point. But why be a question from you? The tyre strategy, if it stays dry for this weekend, what can we really expect from these drivers?
Well, we could see maybe a possibility, a mixture, maybe a 1-stop or a 2-stop, but I think most drivers might possibly go from either a medium to hard or a hard to medium.
Well, we'll have to see how these drivers do, and especially in the wet. Well, if it is wet, that'll be even more interesting, I think. But so far, the time for these drivers a bit wide, but not enough. Vernon there, so he's also, yeah, he has. He's 4 tenths up on his lap time though, so it's not that bad. As he now comes around in sector 3, what can he do for this lap? Can he put himself up at least into the top 10? Vernon's had some unlucky chances in qualifying. Could he be at least in the top 10 here for the round 9 of the season? Well, we'll have to see. Now comes into the bus stop chicane. Does he do what every other driver's done? No, he doesn't. He's the only driver we've been on board with that hasn't done it. So Vernon now comes up to the line. Is this going to be enough for him to get up to top 10? It's 12 there from him, so obviously not good enough from him, but you never know. He could improve for more laps. 2 minutes 30 left to go to the session, ladies and gentlemen. Toro is your current pole sitter out here, and Yoshi, do you think he can keep it?
Yes.
There we go, short and sweet.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Yes.
Short and sweet, there we go. Well, that's the interesting one. But Remus, right, finally, he could get possibly a lap time in now. Could it be enough for him? He's got a podium. I think he got a podium into Saturday, so maybe not on Friday, missing out quite a few times. But let's see what Uncle Remus can do now as he comes into sector 3 now. From around the last couple of corners, is this enough for him to be up on his lap time? I didn't see what he was out of sector 2 there, so we'll have to see.
You don't. He has to say lap time fully, so you don't see the split. But I don't think he's come back into pit lane.
So
you think so again?
Yeah. Him and Vastas are yet to set a lap time, so both of them really are not wanting to set a lap time. At least set one spot lap time. Yeah. If they set at 1 lap time, it means Thursday will start from back. Remus maybe last the first like Tiaz Korsman did.
Yeah, and they can't do it anymore since a minute and a half remain on the clock. Where is Tiaz anyway?
He's not in.
All right.
So this is why this is the championships. There we go. Toro's confident, ladies and gentlemen. He's very confident with pole position now. Could it be enough for him to stay in the front row? This is when all the quick drivers will come out now. As you can see, all of them are out. That track racer is not coming out. So maybe his connection problems haven't been affecting too much. But this is when the drivers are coming out. State Daisy is going to go for a lap time. So Yoshi, take us away through a lap here at Spa.
Yeah, in that one, that's headed downhill through the source. Going down the GT pit lane when the UC Sky here through a Rouge, 120 miles an hour, heading for radio on this fast speed corner speed just on the open lap. Now down the Kimmel Straight, DRS wide open 102. DRS zones are on the whole track, the longest track off the calendar. As he enters the first split time, it's 400 starts, a big rematch in his first sector almost. Onto the curves, to the right hander. And now it's fast, all the way through, go downhill, it's a short middle sector. Into the right, and now into no name. He almost goes off into the left, but he recovers it into no name. Goes up into where he might back out of that, but we'll see if he continues. Heading for P1, should be flat out. It is flat out, but you lose a bit of speed there. 270 kilometers an hour, lowest speed there as he exits P1. Gold wants to go into the middle sector and into the final sector, which means just like 3 corners in the final sector. Car caught there. Let's see his middle splits. Let's check if like it's out since we last lap, half a second up. That's a huge improvement, but clearly up a bit more. So it's middle sector actually, so could be on top there. Into the left we go, heading for Blanchemont. 120 kilometers an hour, and now the final 2 corners into the bus. Okay, do not lock the rears, and do not go too far. Rears locked up a little bit, but it should keep us straight. Would this be on board? Don't think so, but let's see where it's playing. Goes P4, just outside the top 3 at the moment.
So with that error, he does go P4, but could he, well, that was a shame if he didn't make that error, could he be in a pole position? That's the other big question to ask. OT, now he is up in his lap time, 2 tenths up in his lap time. Toro, watching, Track Racer, having a lot of problems now trying to join the session. So could he be out in AI for the rest of the race? That's the other question. Now, Boaty coming around the last couple of corners. The session is now up. So all these drivers are going to be pushing for one last time. Now, coming into the bus stop chicane, Boaty don't do the same thing last time. He didn't. Good job from him now as he held the brakes locked, but he's all good. Now, as he comes up to the line, it's not enough. He's free from him there, and it's at least a tenth off from Track Racer. Track Racer safe for now. Katana also, let's see what he can do. He has a bit of a squirm out that last corner there. He didn't manage to get the car straightened by that point. Now, as he's into P5, and other drivers yet to cross the line, as Froby, Bassas, and Lewis do not, well, have not even set a lap time. So, Furzy will not be starting from the very back of the grid. He will be at P18, which will be very, very interesting. But, ladies and gentlemen, your champion, your championship leader, even, is your pole sitter here at Spa. Almost already called it too early.
Almost champion. Well, yeah, if he what? I mean, you said it. So if he's champion, then you haven't jinxed it. Let's go to Ken Van Dyke there. So all 3 of us got it right for P1, but Track Racer and Boaty in the top 3. Interesting top 3 there.
Yeah, it definitely will be. Toro is your pole sitter right here, your championship leader as well. Let's see what he can do from the front row of the grid alongside Track Racer, who's having some problems. So will he manage to do it? OT in P3 there. P4 goes to Nico-san. P5 Katana. P6 Day Daisy. 7th Nilu. 8th V1 Illusion. 9th Walls. 10th Driver. 11th Furek. 12th Froby. 13th Sir. 14th Werner. 15th Luchek. 16th G-Man. 17th 007. And then the rest of the grid who haven't set lap time. Furzy after getting a qualified ban. Vassas and then Remus. Now, I don't know why Vassas and Remus did not set a lap time, Yoshi.
No, it might have been too slow, but that's what confused me because it was green, and then back into pit lane, so it makes no sense at all.
Well, we'll have to see. Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, time to put in your race predictions. You guys as well. Yoshi, you start us off your race prediction.
I think if Trax manages to fix his connection, I think he'll get Toro from the opening lap, so I think he'll go Track to Toro and Botti.
Yoshi, what about you?
Toro, Boaty, Track Racer if he gets his connection, but if it's not Track Racer, then stay Daisy.
Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember what happened in Japan, Boaty was taken out by the 007, I think it was 007 or Lisa Murphy, maybe, one of the Aston Martins at least. Yeah. And that could probably happen again here today. So this is where this race can get very, very interesting. So grab a quick cup of tea. Actually, I don't even know if you have time. Grab some food, please, and sit back.
Get some water.
Get some water. And sit back and relax because we are about to go for some long and hard racing from these drivers. Could Toro be confirmed our Season 11 Friday champion? Well, that's the question. And the other big question is, can he do a double header? Could he go for at least the Tier Saturday as well? Well, that one will be even more interesting. But we will wait for the counter. Oh, God. I can't even speak at this point. I'm too excited for this.
The countdown to get underway, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, the countdown to get underway. But so far, it's not looking that way. I do wonder if Track has got in. That's my most interesting.
Martin gets out the way. Oh, yeah. Never mind.
There we go. Yeah, anyway, right, ladies and gentlemen, let's set ourselves here for the VD Racing Season 11, Round 9 here at Spa. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's nice as we go. Great start there from Toro. And it looks like Nico-san's gone through. And it is an AI there. Good crash further back now. Which driver was that? Driver there. He's gone down more, but Toro still keeps leading the race into turn 1. And it definitely is. Track is on AI, so that's such a shame he's not connected. But Nico's up to P2, Botti P3, P4 Katana. What can they do? But Toro's already got a pretty decent lead now as they head up to the top of Rouge. But Botti will be onto the back of Nico-san like a rash. Now, can Nico-san do Toro a favour and let him run off? That's a big question as he covers the inside line. Drama further back. More moves being made. And look, side-by-side action between Nico-san and Toro. Nico to the inside line, going to go for the win, leave the race. That's to push around the outside. Toro goes. If not enough from him, he's going to take advantage of this and try and go the long way around. Here comes Katana down the inside. Couldn't get that move done. No, I don't think he did. And that's a shame from him. But Yoshi, Toro leads us here. And what a great start from him.
What a great start indeed. What a great start from Nico-san. Both down in P3. Both down in P3. Have a bit of a spin there. But that's unfortunate for driver that was tractor there. He didn't get it in time, so he'll potentially be out of the car connect in time. But Toro's still in it, 7th of a second. Medium car tyres, somehow a couple of tyres, half, 50-50. But so far, no one's had a crash yet, and hopefully it'll stay like that.
We had a slight incident at the beginning. That was driver. So driver went off at the beginning. Hopefully he's okay. We have a mixture there of an Aston Martin and an Alpine, which is very interesting. But let's see what these front runners are doing at the moment as we now come round to start the second lap of the race, especially now. Right, here comes Toro. He's done a great job. Botti already looking for a move on Nico-san where he can. He doesn't send it. Nico-san is doing great defending there. And we know from this season he's had some awesome defense from him. But can Katana take advantage from this? This is the other question. Could this be Track getting another invite, possibly? I think
that's his fourth maybe buying back. Fourth attempt.
As Marto's just flexing all of his friends here on EA at this point. Right, 007 also. Interesting. Right, so Toro still our race leader, and Nico-san will be getting to the back of him now. Right, DRS opportunity has come now. This will be interesting. Will Nico-san do it for the lead of the race? He will. Down the inside he goes now. Oh, Toro's not going to fight this one. He's going to wait it out. But remember, his championship rival's just behind him. All he needs to do is stay in front of him. But remember, he needs to outscore him by 30 points. And I think it is 30 points at least. Or 3 points.
30 points, yeah.
Yeah, 30 points. Yeah.
He's got at least 30 points, yeah.
Right, well, that will be interesting to see if that will happen or not. But Toro is still to the back of Nico-san, sniffing that rear. He knows not to make that move because he knows the DRS opportunity will be coming in his favour any minute now, Yoshi.
Yeah, unless we get a safety car, which we're getting to see, but Toro does not want that, and we're still watching the two ghosted cars. We don't want to see them once the actual racing. Not be rude there, but Botti needs to get ahead of Toro at this point to keep the challenge alive. We're in lap 2, still a long way to go though, but at the moment, no risk of challenge being lost at the moment.
Nothing at the moment so far, but let's see what these drivers can do. Toro has actually sadly dropped a bit of a gap there from Nico-san, a 3/10 gap. Now that looks pretty big there as Nico-san has flames up the car there. But he will probably catch up maybe more. Here he comes now into the bus stop chicane. Botti right onto the back of him this time. Could we see it move along the long straight? That's the main question. Now as they come along the start finish straight, DRS opportunity now. Is it going to be enough for Toro to dive down the inside? No, he knows to wait, and he will wait for that opportunity to come. Now it's a big train of cars that goes up to State Daisy there in P5, so this will be interesting on who will make their move. But Botti has a bit of a gap there from Toro, 4/10 that is now, but 5/10 split between Toro and Nico-san as they come up to the top of a Rouge now. But this will be interesting. Will Toro find his way through to the lead of the race? But remember, Botti's on hard combat tires, so that will be interesting if he's slower or not. But here comes Botti though, still no move there from Toro. 2/10 is the gap from him. But that's no moves done from him. Nico-san is absolutely flying, Yoshi.
Yeah, unless Toro's waiting for Nico-san to make a mistake. Because you got to be patient sometimes. It's not like Monaco, we have to be waiting. But sometimes if you go too early, then you're going to have no battery, no speed. But at the moment, I think Toro's just waiting a little bit to actually find an advantage. If they make a mistake, then Toro was going to be...
Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll have to see what Toro does. He did try and force a mistake into Nico-san, but Nico-san is not willing to give that position up, especially. He would like his first win of the season, especially. I think he may have well, we'd need Enzo for this one. If he's won a race here for the VD Racing League, but maybe season 11, he needs to see if he can get that. But he's got a hungry Toro Van Dyke there. We called him, we christened him this season. of Toro Van
And
Dijk.
kind of lasting too. We talk about lasting as well. So yeah, Toro Van Dijk. Obviously, things on Toro again. Toro Van Dijk side is petitioning him back. Unfortunately, yeah.
I'm offended. I'm slightly offended. He did have it. He went there. He did have it for Barcelona. That was actually right. Botti and Toro fighting together. Now Botti is still quite far back. Now is Botti? YB? Do you think Botti's going to go for the long, the longest stint at least? Well, obviously he will go long stint. But how do you think he'll try and maintain his pace? Do you think he'll try and fight Toro, or do you think he'll just have to wait and see what happens?
As Yoshi said, he'll be patient. As Belgium, it's not a circuit you want to make the overtakes as soon as. You want to be patient as much as possible, especially around here.
Well, thank you very much while you're there in the pit lane. We'll be hearing from him later when the pit stops actually happen. This will be interesting as well, how quickly these drivers can do it. Right, and the undercuts as well. That'll be interesting. But Toro's still having lots of pressure now from Botti. So Botti, Yoshi, he's had a very big slide there, a bit of oversteer. That's actually dropped him a bit. But I was going to say, he was right into the back of Toro. Almost looks like he was touching him.
Yeah, that is true. And Botti can't get ahead of Toro because Toro has DRS. Let's call it the VDRL DRS tray. That's still a thing here as Bernsey almost gets to the gravel because I think that was Lucek trying to get ahead of him in the house, B15. But Botti with DRS, Toro with DRS, the advantage is gone at the moment.
Well, here comes Fergie down the inside of Lucek there. Lucek gets forced wide, and that's a front end plate. Also looked like that's just come off from his car as well. So a bit of a naughty move from him there. Around the outside goes Vastas. Can get that move done. Great job there from Vastas, as it seemed to be that Lucek falls to one side to let them by after his damage was not going to help him at all. Right, here comes Nico's and Toro. Toro right onto the back of him this time. It is now a 10th between those two. They're super, super close. But Botti will try and take advantage of this, waiting for this to happen. But as they now come into turn one, and Botti has caught a big gap. Sorry, there was a big gap between him and Toro there. And Nico's is now doing a very good job. But he's actually, Toro is closer than ever to Nico-san. But onto the back of this pack has joined V1 Illusion. He's joined in now. So what could he do? Could he try and find his way through to these drivers? Well, that'll be very interesting now as we head along the straight. Could this be the move for the lead of the race? A change of the lead of the race at least. I don't think it is. 3 tenths it is now between those two. And it looks like Katana onto the back of Botti this time. Could he send a lunge? He is looking for a lunge this time. And Katana sends it on Botti. Botti makes contact with those two. Could that be from wing damage? That would be even more interesting. Still side-by-side action. And it looks like Botti stays out on top there. But are they both okay? That's a big question. Say Daisy looks to remove, but he backs out. But really, Yoshi, Botti does not want to be involved in that at all.
No, he doesn't at all. And he wants to stay in the top, but he's also got to keep an eye on cars behind him. So at the moment, he's in the middle of he looks for prepare to damage. He wants to get out of Toro, but he doesn't want to lose to Katana. So obviously, he's going to make some major expensive that might be naughty, but at the moment, nothing's gone wrong yet.
Well, don't jinx it yet, Yoshi. That's a big question.
Yeah,
you probably have. I think of our jinx we used up actually in Japan. I honestly think they were all used up.
Yeah.
Because we keep saying don't jinx it, but it actually hasn't happened. So yeah. But from the last couple of rounds after Japan, we saying don't jinx it after like Japan, and it's never happened. So I think we did use them all up. But I might have just said that. But here we go. Toro already onto the back of Nico-san once again. He seems to be quicker through Sector 3 there. So right onto the back of Nico-san this time. And now DRS opportunity is going to come in his favour as they now come across the line to start lap 6 of 22 now. And, well, YB, the question is, when will these drivers start to come in, especially the medium compound tyres?
I think for the medium compound tyre, you want to come in around about lap 13. As the medium compound tyre, it can last around here, but you would have to at least go on to a hard compound tyre, which a lot of drivers would try and extend until they can go onto that, or want to go on that straight away, and that's unless we do get a safety car around here.
It's rare, isn't it, a safety car at least, so we'll have to see if that does happen. Right, well, Nilu onto the back of Waits as well. Right, Stave Daisy still looking good on Katana. Lock up there from the front right there. So really pushing that car to the limit. But let's see what these hard combatants can do. If anybody advantages come in as well. And that's the other question now. Katana under a lot of pressure at the moment, but still, V1 Illusion actually, there's a big gap from him. About 6 tenths now is that gap. So he's Well, he's only just watching. Now, as I say, the move down the lead of the race. Sorry, not lead the race. The P5 in the race. I don't know why I said that. It's P4 even. So that will be interesting in terms of points. Now, Katana drops down and up. So she stayed Daisy's really eager to go through. But he's now catching up to Boaty. Now, this is where it's going to be very, very interesting. Could Stay Daisy find his way through? Katana couldn't do it, but could Stay Daisy do it? That's a bigger question. And this could separate both the two championship contenders. Sadly, with TS Gosman missing out this round. But Toro right onto the back now. Katana go around the outside as well. A lock up from the front left there, side by side into the bus stop chicane. Who's going to come out in front? Oh, still contact made against Stay Daisy. Round the outside, still keeps his position. So a good defense there from him. Now, Toro on board with now as he comes through turn one. This will be interesting. Will he manage to get the move done? He's been waiting for so long. Nico's has done so well. Let's see what battery percentage Nico's on actually. I think he's been using up a lot actually. But Boaty, there we go, 60. So he's at the that's incredible considering all the other drivers behind. Now, right, Boaty's really close to Toro this time. This could be the move for the lead, especially in terms of possibly the championship. I don't think so, but Boaty possibly looks to the outside move and he does it. A great move there from Boaty. Toro starts back inside. Someone's like acting Katana and also Viewing Illusion. Viewing Illusion's got the inside line. Has he managed to get the move done? Forces Katana off track. And Katana goes massively off track. And is he going to get caught by Nilu? He might, but maybe not that move done. No, Nilu's too far back this time. But Jesus, that was close between those guys. And now Boaty slots ahead of Toro.
Yeah, that's not good. But if Boaty's ahead, championship will not be decided. Also, information from Stay Daisy, he's probably faster. He's on less fuel. It's feel like he's on yellow. So he's just a bit under fuel. That's probably why he's faster than Katana Evolution at the moment. So that's why he's faster. But Toro needs to get ahead of Boaty to at least guarantee championship win.
He definitely does. Now, Boaty can't afford for any errors whatsoever. Now, the hardcore Bartholomew seems to be kicking in now because he's right onto the back of Nico's this time. Nico's has done some great defending off from Toro. Could he do it from Boaty? That's the other question because he covers the inside line already now as they head into the bus stop chicane. Now, still seems to the way of Nixon. Nixon goes a bit deep there, actually, but doesn't affect him too much. Dave Dixon, Toro to the pit lane. Toro is early into the pit lane now. And that's over to you.
Keep trundling down the pit lane as Katana also pits, so these medium tyres must not really be working for some of these drivers. So I would be thinking that they'd be going on to a set of hards, which he does. And is it a fast stop? Yes, it is. It is a fast stop. He's now exit the pit lane as in front of Katana as expected. So he will come out around about P15.
Very interesting there from Toro. But here comes for the leader of the race now. Boaty already done it with the dearest opportunity. The hard combat tyres are beautiful now, and they've probably walked out and outdone the medium combat tyres. Nico's moved down to P2 there, so he will be coming in this lap. But Toro may have just done a good strategy, or may not have done a good strategy at all as he moves on to the hard combat tyres. But this will be very, very, very interesting now. But Yoshi really, well, God, even another move here. Luchek and Katana. Katana has dropped like a fly. Well, obviously he's pitted. But Katana he's a lot of unlucky things, isn't he?
Yeah, he has unlucky things, but racing over up 8 to go, most correctly, 15 to the end. That's in the gravel.
Right, well, off the track goes Fergie there, and he just got knocked off by Werner. So the Haas are being slightly bullied, but one of them comes out a bit more dominant. Right, let's see what Toro can do with these new hard compound tyres. Now, could he manage to get them warm enough to do a beautiful undercut there on Boaty? Oh, I don't know. That would be very interesting to see how Boaty manages and when he will come in. But I'm sure we can see Nico's at the end of this lap to come in. 7-lap-old mediums. I mean, I wouldn't really expect for this track, but it seems such young tyres. But is he in? He is in. Right, so there we go. So let's see what the hard combat tyres drivers can do. Boaty, look at that, 1.52. That's incredible, considering both being on the same tyres, and they've both got even quicker now. He's got a free run. Now, Katana and Vastas, that was very close between those two. Now, Toro, P14 at the moment. He's gone on one position now. He's going to gain a few more in the pit lane now, actually, as he now comes along the start-finish straight. How many is he going to gain is the big question. He's going to only go up to 12, I think. Maybe is he in front of Nikoson? No, Nikoson gets out in front of him there as he was before, but that gap may have just come down even more because remember, Toro has got some really, really more fresh and warmed up tyre as well. Because they get to, but look at that, the gap's already, 1.1 I think there, so not good at all from Toro.
No, not good at all, and that's outside of DRS. Unless someone has a big mistake, he needs more positions. But remember, he has a fresher set of tyres compared to Nico-san. So you get the advantage for time-wise, but it needs to be quick.
Well, we'll have to see. That's a big pack of cars there, actually. That's leading from, I believe Sturban's leading that one. No. Who is leading that? Is that Froby leading it?
That's
no,
Remus,
it's Remus. Right, well, Remus, he's on the medium from my car. He's actually got a bit of a gap now from the other drivers. Remus from the back of the grid, actually. So good performance from him. Right, so Toro has to score 29 points and don't lose more than 4 points to Boaty. That's slightly more worrying, isn't it? So
it is, yeah.
That's yeah. If you were in the eyes of Toro at the moment, Yoshi, how do you think you're feeling?
I'm a bit pressurised because all that Toro's got to do is overtake OT and then we'll lose it. But 4 points in this point system, that can be anything for the top three. Because a big point difference between the top three and the point stands at the moment. If it was around general F1 points, it'll be a bit more tight.
And very deep there goes Toro now. It's a big pack of cars. And Toro goes, oh, now that's not going to hit. Nico-san does manage to through. Brings into the pit lane. Nico-san, Serban will fight with Toro to turn one, but it's not going to be much of a fight. And fighting there with Nico-san as well. Thursday is going to try and fight with Nico-san where he can. Now Nico-san, I'm sure will do it. No, Thursday's not going to back out this time. Here comes the half running out as well. Side by throw through Rouge. This is going to be an issue. Toro slides through off the track. Goes Thursday there. And I'm sure he's just going to have to back off, especially from a warning penalty now. Toro, would he make two positions on Nico-san even? Here comes Werner. This is going to be interesting. 3 wide now to take what? It's sorry, not Toro. And a big slide there from Serban. And also Katana. Katana's had a huge off once again. So he has had bad luck. I don't know why I keep saying turn one. But Toro and Nico-san once again battling again. But Nico-san, what rating he has had, especially with 3-1. I'm pretty sure he was in the centre.
What just happened? That's a lot. And Toro to P9, as I said, he wants to go further up to be inside the 4 point difference range. P9 will not do it. Boaty still in, but yet to pit. So the Amantis will go as soon. He will come in later, the hard will go later on, but how late will they go? That's the real question.
Well, that's the other question. Right, well, Toro, he's not going to be happy at the moment because of Boaty. Well, that's just the big gap to Boaty. If we can have a look at the gap between the drivers, find how many they'll be. Starting 3 second time penalty now. That's not going to go for him.
That's what we wanted, yeah.
Yeah, not good from that's obviously corner cutting now. Toro runs back at the extent time, can extend the line to the bottom chicane. No, he knows to wait and possibly go for the opportunity, maybe along the start finish straight or along that back straight where we saw the 3 wide. And we haven't seen the 3 wide, Yoshi, for a very, very long time.
Yeah, 2 wide's fine, but 3 wide? God, that's racing right there. We like to see that racing. Oh, we got a crash.
We have had a crash, and what I'd also like to I can't remember what I was going to say.
That's in the pit lane.
Yeah, Nico-san was going to into turn 1 when very deep. Now, I'm surprised Toro didn't take advantage of that, but this time he with a split string and DRS. He's going to use DRS, but look how empty it is. It's on 0 at the moment. It now comes round. Nico-san covers the inside line for the corner. Will it be enough for Toro to go on the outside? Side-by-side action between these two, and contact still made, but Nico-san on the inside line in this corner. Will he get forced off like Katana did? Contact made between those two. Nico-san does not give up this position. Dive on this side into the right-hander. Does he still try and tuck it side by side now? Toro does manage to get the grip on the outside somewhere and block through into P8. But all of this time they've been battling, Boaty has been pushing his way through the pack. And widely, he's going to be coming in soon, won't he?
These hard tyres surely must need to be coming off as the nearing of 11 a lap. Only hard tyres. The medium tyre could only go around about 8 laps before the drivers thought they couldn't do it. So he realistically needs to try and get these these hard tyres into a window that he must be comfortable to go onto the medium tyre. So he is staying out.
He is going to stay out, and this is going to be very interesting actually. What on earth is going to happen now? 10 laps left to go on this Grand Prix. Now, what can happen? Could it go in the way of Boaty? Well, that's going to be interesting, and it will all be told in 10 laps time now. Nico and Toro, now, big slide there from Toro there. So he's obviously, something's gone on with his brakes, but he's okay for now. Now, they've already got, who they got inside? It's Froby inside. 3-second time penalty for Thursday as well. Right, still no pitting there from Boaty, so obviously he must be confident. Deep goes Toro there as well. His tyres must be quite hot now after working so long, Yoshi.
Yeah, that is true. It's not very hard. I don't expect Boaty to come in. Like YB said, he needs to go 8 laps, so he might come in lap 14, lap 15, if my maths is correct. So obviously Boaty in for another 3 laps.
Well, here he comes now, and he takes advantage from this one as he comes down the inside now. Will it be side by side once again between these two? Toro, he doesn't fight this one, and through goes Nika-san once again into P8, and that will be very, very crucial. But as it stands at the moment, and I'm pretty sure with calculating math, it may go in the way of Boaty even, and Toro may have possibly thrown a championship. He could have another opportunity tomorrow as well, but we'll have to get confirmation, of course, from the wonderful Malcolm Van Dijk there. But on board with Nikas at the moment, he has, in fact, got very, very, very close to this time. Now, this could be pretty handy to give us opportunities as well. Now, as the leading drivers are actually coming around the last couple of corners, will this be a time for them to pit? That's the other question, because it seems like Toby is having a bit of a problem with his grip, especially now as when when will this move get done? I don't know. He's slower actually in that.
He's waiting. There we go.
There we go. No, he's too far back in the
Your mic's having problems there. We can't barely hear you there, mate. Oh, here we go. Toro down the inside of P8. Can he keep moving on? Got better now, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, my stream kept lagging with me, so I'm back now anyway. There we go. Toro moved through another position. I was very, very close from him. But Nico-san still absolutely dominating our championship leader.
Yeah, and if he keeps doing this, it'd be better for Nico-san has 1 less lap than Toro 4 lap on the hards with 5 lap on hards. So Nico-san obviously has the advantage, but it could be Toro just waiting, but this was a championship. So when we're running well with 9 laps to go to the final lap, he needs to make a move soon.
He definitely will need to, and still too far back at this moment, but it's coming very, very close, and this could be a very, very interesting championship fight. Could it go to Monza? Could it end here even? That may be even more interesting. But Toro onto the back of Nika-san, still no moves done from him yet. But Boaty, God, I don't even know when they're going to pit. YP, these tires must be well, we said that, but
that's like that. So you get quite like that 14, 15. You've got 9 to go. Why we said 8? So it could be next lap. It could be the lap after, I guess.
I don't want to say anything. I think I can see rain. I think rain's appearing on the screen.
Yeah, it's raining. It's raining.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be interesting now. Rain is appearing on the screen. This is what Boaty may have just been waiting for. He knew it was going to rain, and he's now taking advantage of it. Right, this is going to be interesting now. This can really, really spice up the championship. And Nilu into the pit lane. Now, is he going to take it early on intermediates, or is he just going to have to go along onto the medium? This, I don't know how long the rain's going to last for, but it will definitely go to intermediate conditions. You will notice it from the drivers. And Nilu has already taken an early gamble. Now, let's see if that pays off, especially. But YB, with that gamble from Nilu, could it work or could it not work?
The rain has just started to fall. I don't think it will work at this current stage. It is much of a gamble, but the tyres will heat up a lot, so I don't think it will work right now, but in the long run, possibly. As Werner also chooses the intermediate, so a lot of drivers are choosing it, but I don't think it is the right call in this current stage. But the hard tyre runners, they must have saw that the rain was coming and chose the hard tyre to try and last as much long as the medium tyres would have to pit before. So they realistically have got a free pit stop.
Mother Nature knew about this battle between these two and has opened the skies up now to spice it up even more. Right, Toro tends to be very, very quick in the rain. Now, could that all change now of when they will all pit? He'll be watching closely on when will Boaty pit. That's the main question for him especially, and I'm sure it's not long because the rain's starting to hit harder and harder and harder now. Which one will come in early and who will come out on top? Now Nico's on there in front of him going a bit deep there, and still these drivers are really fighting the cars, but there will be a limit for these drivers to drive until it gets super wet now on board with Boaty. Could it be into the next lap? No, he's staying out another lap. He's going to take another gamble as well, hoping that the rain can last, well, won't hit hard until for another lap. It is definitely still dry at the moment, and into the pits goes Waits now. Oh, God, almost hitting that barrier there. Furak as well. No, he stays out. Nico-san as well. Right, these are the two to keep your eye on. Will they go into the pit lane for intermediates? No, they won't. They're both going to stay out as well. So this will be interesting. Waits is definitely, he'll have to raise 14-old hard-common tyres onto the intermediates he goes. And I'm sure the other drivers will be trying to do the same soon. But this rain Yoshi is not hitting hard enough.
No, but it will eventually try to build up. Well, it will get wet enough with his tyres, but like Kobe said, it's a gamble, because if it's not wet enough, the tyres will have more wet, it will eat up the tyres a little bit, so it's a gamble, but when the other pits, it'll work out for them eventually.
Well, that is a very, very good. Now, look at this. The rain's properly forming now onto the ground. You can see the spray now. Well, not the spray, but you can see all the droplets on the track. Now, this is where the drivers will be struggling the most. Can Boaty manage to pump up the pit lane and not cause any error? Can Toro do it as well? Look, these drivers really going gentle. Big fight there from Nico as well. Oh, gee, this is going to get exciting very, very quickly.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, and it's exciting for us, not for the drivers, unfortunately. We're going to make it interesting for us as we're coming to the second, well, we're on the second lap of the race. We got 8 laps to go, yeah, 7, 8 laps to go-ish now. So when JS gets disabled, that's a good call to come in. They don't want to leave it too long, though.
It definitely isn't now. Let's keep an eye on Boaty. Will Boaty, as he's now coming around the last couple of corners, will he bring himself into the pit lane? And I'm sure he will. The rain is building up enough not to stay on these hard compound tyres. And if he stays out, he may be the worst calls as he now comes in. There we go. Now, Boaty comes into the pit lane. He will pit this lap. Onto the intermediate, big slides there from him as well. Stay Daisy also. Everyone's now coming to the pit lane. Now, Nilu, let's see. Did it pay off for him? Did it pay off for Nilu, especially? We'll have to see. Toro, where's Toro? He's still, at the moment, he's about to come to the pit lane as well. Big slide there from Nico-san, almost missing the pit lane.
Yeah,
there, actually.
it's fine.
Well, let's keep an eye on Nilu. I want to know, will Nilu do it in time? Will Nilu manage to stay ahead of these drivers? Could he bring himself to the lead of the race even? As into all these drivers come to the pit lane now. Right, well, what down to the pit lane to you?
Yeah, many drivers do, obviously, as Yoshi said, it is time, so a lot more drivers will be doing it. The hard tyres, as I said before, will be licking their lips shortly, as they, at this rate, have picked the right the right strategy, as this will really hurt Nico-san and Toro, as they both come out 7 and 8. So that's really going to hurt them, but Boaty is really, really going to be eager with this. He's 2.4 seconds ahead of State Daisy, as he now drops down to 2.2.
Oh, well, this is going to be interesting now. Right, we'll have to see what the championship points do at this case. If the race was to finish like this, what would happen? The championship case is not set up. He's into the wall. He's got front-wing damage now. That's a front-wing gone. This is now spice up the championship. More and more and more, ladies and gentlemen. Could he have just thrown it? Heroes is out of the table. Could he have just thrown it out the window? Could the championship hope just gone down the drain? That was just one silly mistake. Has now caused a huge controversy, almost going off track. Once again, the Boaty. We were jinxing it too much, and this time goes off the track, and he has definitely smacked the front wing now. He's only got a call back to pit lane, but he will lose positions to Toro. And will this be the championship change that Toro was wanting for a long time? The hope that Toro could get a championship in a very, very long time. He's never won a championship for, I believe. So will he manage to do it this time? Could it be confirmed here even? But this just spiced up everything, ladies and gentlemen. And Yoshi, what is going on?
Lucky, in the time when it's like Vassar's got at the same corner. That's interesting to go up there, because look on the user stream, it was going fun, it just broke way too late. Championship might be gone. Where is Torres? Yeah, he will take him, it's gone. That mistake just cost him.
There we go, and that has lost him the positions. Now that is such a shame, and Yoshi, I can't believe it. Well, I mean, let me know your thoughts on this incident.
How does his tyres stay on there? That could have been ending there. How is it still in the race after that? That's my reaction to it. He's lucky he's still in the race. However, he cannot lose more than 4 points to Boaty. At the moment, that's not happening. Is he in the 30-point range? I don't think he is at the moment. Or 29-point range. I don't think he is at the moment. So it might be over. However, the championship lead will be extended now to that. However, advantage, he's on a share tyres by 1 lap.
Well, this is very, very interesting controversy that the season started with is now in controversy as well. At the famous line from the property there, no copyright, especially. Right, well, this has really, really spiced up everything now. We're waiting for confirmation from Martin, but it didn't even need it now because Boaty is just behind 7.4. Right, can these two have a little battle together, please? I think that'll be more interesting. But it's actually quite good, Yoshi. He has not lost that much from Toro, and considering Toro is not in the leader race either.
Yeah, the only way it's going to change if Toro does the acceptance of Boaty. That's the only way it might be reversed by again. He is sliding a little bit. Yellow flag out for Boaty again. He's out of space, out of P10.
Right, Boaty is having a lot of problems around. We're not going in his favour. Thankfully, no. Oh, huge!
Look at that sliding.
What is going on?
What is going on?
What is going on?
Cold tyres?
Right, B, down to you. What's going on with these tyres?
Actually, I don't think it's the tyres. I think it might be his setup. As we know, like it went from dry to wet, so these drivers are going to use a dry setup. But it really must.
Oh, he's a bit late. Sorry to interrupt you there. He had a slide there. Continue. Sorry.
All right, yeah, I think his dry setup. It really cost him oversteer.
Right, sorry, you're walking right to you, but ladies and gentlemen,
That's it.
may just be the championship road down the drain from Boaty and Toro. If he can just continue it for the rest of the race, will become this Season 11 Team Friday champion. For a long time he's been waiting for that one. But that was not expected from Boaty. Boaty didn't even need to do that. There was no need at all from that one. But when we continue where you are, apologies about that.
Yeah, as I was saying, it must be definitely his setup. His setup was just so, he was just sliding all over. It was like he was going rally racing. Like it was incredible. He managed to keep the car out of the wall after that. After he crashed into the wall, so it was incredible. But I agree. He really shouldn't have done that.
Right. Well, God. What?
Toro is not champ.
What?
Yeah, Toro's not champion, so he has to finish P5. Says Kevin Van Dyke. He needs to finish P5 for to be champion.
Nico goes very deep. He's right to the back of the list. Now, it needs to be lightening up a bit more. The rain is speeding off and off. Goes to track. There goes Nico's on. One move up. He goes now. He's got Farak. He needs to get 5.3, ladies and gentlemen. He needs to get. Can he do it? Can he do it? Yeah, look, he has confidence, could still win the championship mathematically. But we will have to see at the moment. Nico-san and Toro as well. Nico-san runs back at Toro. But Thurak, all one of the drivers in front, has got that problem, but State Daisy still our race leader. Yoshi, this is an interesting race for the penultimate round.
What is going on today? Why is correct with the setup? Because obviously, Park Fairway. So no wonder we've seen everyone sliding. Team orders, question mark. Could be.
Team orders, question mark. It's the big question now, and that could just determine the championship. But if Nico-san manages to get past him, there's no need for team orders. That's the other question now, as he looks for a move now, and Toro moves to one side now, goes through Nico-san. Toro's not going to give this one up. He's not. He's still going to try and fight this one out. No, and Nico-san goes through. Great move there from Nico-san. Now, Yoshi, this is probably one of the most exciting races in VDRL. On Earth will become champion. And can Toro do it this round? Because Nico-san manages to kind of fumble it around this section of the track.
Yeah, maybe. It's so crazy. I am standing up, for goodness sakes. They're so crazy. 4 laps to go. Toro needs P5 and team orders. Oh, contact was made there. Oh, that's not going to stick. But for team orders, 6 seconds. I don't think that's going to work out.
Nico-san's going to try and fight this one back. He can, but I don't know if he will. No, he's still too far back, and as I was saying, Toro seems to be quicker around this section of the track. Team orders, we may just have to work. That's determining how kind Farak is. That's the main question. But will he do it? I'm going to join you standing up now because this is really interesting, this fight. Come on, it can happen. Can it be a championship confirmed? Ladies and gentlemen, this may just be history made for Toro especially and for the Season 11 VD Racing League as well. So thank you all so much for tuning in for this race especially, as this one may be the most important one in terms of the championship career. Right, Nico-san right onto Nakatoro once again. He catches them up through here, this section. Now, let's see what he can do. Furak doesn't seem to be dropping that pace, especially 4.2 is the gap. It was 4.6 earlier, but it's Yoshi, do you think that Toro is saying just stay in front for now because Nico-san could get in front of me and that could be it all over? As we've lost Yoshi, so I'm not sure what happened there, as we now continue along the straight. Now, what is going to happen now? This could be interesting. Will Nico-san find his through? I don't know. Oh, this is going to be close. It's going to be close. Round the outside. There goes Nico-san trying for the inside line, covering it. A bit of a slide from them here. And, well, YB, I've got to say, we're not far off wet compound tyres.
2 laps to go. I don't think these drivers will be paying, so they will have to try and ease these tyres home. But it will be difficult for these drivers, though.
It definitely will. Now, Toro still staying ahead of Yoshi. I believe you are back now. What on earth is happening between these two? Yeah, what on earth is happening between these two? And will Nico-san go through?
He needs to go through, to be fair. He wants all the points he can get. P6 is still good. However, there's no DRS. The only advantage he's going to get from surprise is DRS.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I was going to interrupt you there. The gap between Toro and Furak was slowly dropping, actually, to 4 seconds. It was at 4.3. It was then to 4 seconds. It may start to drop. Will Furak acknowledge that his teammates' championship hopes are at stake? Will he acknowledge just slow down and let him through and defend off Nico-san as well? They're not far away now. 4.2 is the gap, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 20 out of 22, Yoshi. Will he let him through?
Furak on what race do you mean? Because Torres says takes back on his teammates.
As I said, a big thing. Yeah, sorry. He's 7 seconds even. Man. Sorry, that
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Crap. I've been
did all that for nothing.
Oh god, that's even more. That's even worse. 7.3 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. So that's
it won't happen. It won't happen.
I got excited, mate. Yeah, I got excited. Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, as it stands, we are going to go to Monza, and this could be the most exciting showdown in Monza we've ever had, especially with these drivers now. Toro will still take the lead of the championship, but how close will he be? How will TS Gordon, how will Boaty respond to this one as well? I think Boaty is out of the order at this point. Nico's looking for a move this time. Can he see his way through? No, stays back, doesn't make a move. Like 21 out of 22, ladies and gentlemen. We've only got one more lap and a big deep there. Goes Toro. Nico's taking advantage of this as well. Does he go through right onto back and sniffing that rear? But no, there's no more dry line that there was before. Dive bomb around the inside goes Nico-san. No, still safe back. And Nico-san, really, he doesn't even need to make this move, does he?
No, he doesn't. But he wants the position. He sends things back on Belgium. Belgium wants to take the win. 3 tenths of a second. That's where Belgium's on the ball lap soon. Collides for the win.
So this could be a podium this weekend. That could be more interesting. Furak has not dropped pace there. 7.5, 7.6 to get now, so it's still too far back, I'm afraid. And we will go to Monza for the round. Beyond Lucha, God, he really almost lost the car there. Onto the back now of Stave Daisy. And now the Alpine really trying to push through the limits. Onto the last lap of the race we go now, ladies and gentlemen. Who will win it? Will be one Lucha get his first win of the season? Will Stave Daisy, I believe, get a second win maybe? I think Stave Daisy's got a win this season at least. Sorry?
Yeah, they're saying we want to take the win for a second. If it's not trying to get his first win, but I think he has one before. Right?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure he had. So it could be a first, could be a second, could be a third. Who knows? We'll check later. But Stave Daisy still, could he win out here? Especially, he might have done actually, with now the gap but VD Illusion right at the back of him this time. Nikos and Toro is another interesting one to see who will come out in front with that one. But so far, it's not going in the way of Toro. Well, it will go in the way of Toro, but not enough for him to win the championship out here. Now, VD Illusion at the back of State Days, he's still sliding that car, but he has done an awesome job, VD Illusion, to stick on the back of State Daisy, who's got some immense pace.
Yeah, he's got immense pace, man. It's his last chance. So I think they will do it. It's just going to draw position now until the trigger flies in around 4 corners time. It's going to be close.
It's going to be very close now. This race has been an awesome race. Started in the dry, ended in the wet. Some big moments, especially with Boaty. This is his worst time for Boaty to be around because he got taken out in Japan, which could have cost him the championship. He's now retired here at Spa. We are going one round in for the last round of the season. Who will take the crown? That is the main question. Could it go the way of Kai? Could it go the way of TS Corkin? Qualifying will be interesting, and the race will be even more interesting. And then we can officially confirm our driver champion. But State Daisy makes a move, and here comes VD Illusion around the outside for Lee Lee. He's done it! Round the outside, a big climb from him. And VD Illusion, State Daisy had a bit of an error, and VD Illusion takes advantage of this. He's done so well. The first win of the season, returning driver. VD Illusion comes across the line, and it's a great win there from VD Illusion. State Daisy so close in P2. But what a drive for VD Illusion. Our reigning champion at the moment, our championship leader at the moment, currently in B6. 7.2 seconds from his teammate. His teammate's crossed the line already. Tori with a big side of the corner doesn't, thank God, take himself out of the race. So, this team's championship and also the actual championship will take us all the way to Monza next week. And Yoshi, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, round 10, we want it to go to the end, and even with the big point system, it is going to the end, even though Tor has the advantage. But what a win, 3/10 of a second, that could have been Stacey's second win. He did win once last season, and his win just got sorted 3 times. He will be happy, but he got P2, so it's not all bad, but that was a close win.
It's a move, I have to say. That last corner, you could see that State Daisy was going a bit slow. But what a move from VD Illusion as Ringer's the big side across the line there. He's there for the fun of it. But what a move. I mean, that was unexpected and really dangerous as well, because something could have gone wrong, especially as well. Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that was your Spanish? Yeah, I watch it. There we go. That's your Belgium. That was your Belgium Grand Prix. Was it interesting? Let us know your thought.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was another. Say that driver into the barrier. So wait. That was possibly one of the most close racing and could have been confirmed champion. But Toro still yet to be confirmed champion. But VD Illusion for the first time this season is your race winner. And what a race he has had, especially with some gambles and also the action. But Toro will take it all the way next week in Monza for the most exciting round, and that will be confirming the championship for season 11. Now, VD Illusion, your race winner for the first time this season. State Days in P2, P3 Nilu, 4th Waits, 5th Furak, 6th Toro, 7th Nico-san, 8th Furzy, 9th Froby, 10th Werner, 11th G-Man, 12th Serban, 13th Remus, 14th Lucek, 15th Driver, 16th Fastas, 17th Trout Racer, 18th 007, 19th Boaty. Now that is a huge shame. Katana in 20th. But their first retirement Boaty, I think, was the biggest shock to us all. And that, I'm afraid, and I can only assume, is him out of the championship.
Yeah, that's not, it has to be. And that was a stupid mistake, but there you go. It happened, so next season can happen.
Yeah, next season anything can happen, I'm afraid. So, right, ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere because we've got the interviews. So we will see you down in the interviews section. Right, what a Grand Prix we have had, and that has been one of the closest races we have had in a very, very long time with all of these drivers. We so far got State Days in here at the moment. Will we expect to see any more drivers in here as well? Josh, if you could sum up that race in just 3 words, I mean, what would you even say?
Amazing, brilliant, and amazing. And crazy, meant to say crazy. Amazing, brilliant, crazy.
Well, even better. What about you?
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm gonna have to agree with Yoshi. Yeah, it was just a fantastic race to watch. Strategies really paid off for some drivers, as it did for Nilu and especially State Daisy as well. So it was really perfect.
It definitely was. Right, Stay Daisy, we're going to start with you. That was close towards the end. I'm sure you're punching yourself not winning that race.
Yeah, absolutely. And I lost in the most dumbest way. I underfueled. I thought the rain would hit earlier, or I could say more with DRS, but I just kind of forgot. Yeah, just could not save as much. That's why I think throughout the whole time I was running, I was lifting, coasting as much as I could. Managed to get like I think point 0.5 under the point 15. So unfortunately, I had to end like that.
Well, it's such a shame. The last lap of the race, you were leading for so long, and Sally. But right, well, obviously, with this huge championship battle at the moment, were you guys aware of it and knew to kind of stay out the way, or was there no need for it and just race the whole way?
Well, I just decided to just race because it's a championship and everything. I guess that's important as well, but they should be able to overtake and everything. And at least for me, I wasn't planning to fight insanely hard. Don't want to have any penalties, but yeah, champion should be able to fight and should be able to also be at the front. So yeah.
Well, still a very, very good race from you, and such a shame literally the last corner didn't go in your favour. Yoshi, any questions from you?
Nope.
YB?
I want to know what came through your mind as soon as the rain hit.
As soon as the rain hit, I honestly was gonna be fine of second place until I saw a body spin out and hit the wall, so I was in first. So yeah, except for the fuel problem, which I noticed when I came into the pits. I was mostly just I guess managing because I increased the front wing a bit, so I wasn't 100% sure I would feel in the wet, but I guess it paid off. Almost won.
Almost one, that's for sure. YB, any more from you?
Well, but thank you.
Right, well, I don't think Viva Illusion Surly will be coming in here, our race winner. So that pretty much sums up this round. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, with the Team Saturday. Now, could Toro do that one, especially with his teammate Ruben close behind? So stay tuned as well with that one. We'll be here back at Spa. But next week, we will confirm our Tier Friday champion, and that will be the most interesting and most exciting race of the season. Right, well, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow or next week. Have a good night.